You may be one of those people that thinks that CBD is complete bull and does not work. And if that's the case, I'll be honest with you, I kind of can't blame you because there's a lot of nonsense around CBD. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 4 reasons as to why you're right if you think that CBD is complete bull. The first reason that a lot of people might think that CBD is complete BS is because they got completely bamboozled. Seriously, I'm sorry, but if you're one of the folks that bought CBD infused bed sheets or pillowcases or pillows, gosh, I've seen CBD infused leggings, like workout gear and other nonsense like that. Like, I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm kind of sorry, but I'm not sorry. Like, I'm sorry you bought it, but I'm not sorry that you actually thought that that would actually work. So here's the deal, folks. Don't buy any of that stuff. If you find anything that says that it's infused with CBD and it's not anything that you orally ingest or inhale or rub on your body as a topical, it's complete nonsense. Like, just, it's a money-making bamboozly snake oil scam, and unfortunately that's kind of the direction that the CBD industry has been heading in for a while because of all these crazy crap products that are created. So anyway, don't buy these things. They are complete bullshit. And if you bought those things and you say that CBD is the thing that didn't work, well, you just might want to question your purchasing decisions moving forward. That's all. Oh yeah. Guess what I just got? My CBD infused vinyl wrapping kit. So the Forerunner here will just feel at ease as it's plowing through mud and running over rocks. And it will feel calm, less anxious, because it's infused with CBD. It's stupid. Okay, now that the bamboozling is out of the way, the next thing as to why you may think CBD is complete nonsense is because you are not taking enough. Now, here's the thing. This, for the most part, is not your fault because CBD companies are out there saying take 5, 10, 15, 20 milligrams of CBD and whatever ails you will just disappear overnight. Honestly, they're lying to you and it's just complete fraud. And if you ask any of these CBD companies where they get their dosing recommendations from, they can't answer it, or they're going to point to some test that was done back in the 70s. So if you look at all of the recent human data and even some of the older data on CBD, especially those with clinical trials that have a placebo, you will find that the minimum, absolute bare bone minimum dosing range for CBD is between 200 to 400 milligrams. The sweet spot's 300 to 400 milligrams, but you will see studies that go anywhere in 600, 700, 1,000, 1,500, 2,500 milligrams of CBD daily, depending on the condition and also depending on the severity of that condition. I think it's kind of common sense and safe to say that something like acute anxiety or acute pain is going to need less CBD than, say, something like epilepsy or Parkinson's or other neurological disorders. And although there are CBD infused pillowcases, pillow sheets, and hell, vibrators for all I know, a very small percentage of the people who have taken CBD that did not experience any positive therapeutic benefits from it fall under that category. They fall under the category of just not taking enough. Listen, there's a ton of human research on CBD and the data is quite clear. You need a lot of it for it to be effective. Now, I know some of you are like, but what about full spectrum? Listen, we've got other videos on that. Check out our YouTube channel. The reality is if you don't have a good amount of THC, you need a lot of CBD. And by a good amount, I mean just a couple milligrams of THC, but a lot of these full spectrum products out there don't have enough THC for them to actually be significant. So still those small amounts of CBD aren't doing a damn thing. The third reason why you may think that CBD is complete nonsense is because you have incredibly wild expectations or you were sold CBD to be this like miracle molecule or snake oil thing that'll just like help with everything. Listen, there is no single medicine, supplement, or any natural compound, I don't care where it comes from, that is going to help with everything. In the cannabis industry, there are a lot of truths and there are a lot of exaggerations and there's a lot of just flat out lies, okay? So cannabis as a whole, but even more specifically CBD, is being sold as this, again, miracle molecule. It's just not, okay? So if you have some debilitating autoimmune disease and you take CBD and it didn't work, well, it's just because it might not be able to. You've heard a lot of claims about cannabinoids or CBD and cancer. Well, listen, you may have an aunt or uncle or grandparent that you started giving CBD to and it didn't get rid of their cancer and you're super disappointed about it. Well, I would be as well if I was told that this compound could do all these things. I would say that 50% of the things that are said about cannabis as a whole are exaggerations or just flat out lies, okay? It's unfortunate reality, but a lot of the things that people say that these compounds can do, they come from test tube, petri dish, cell culture studies. They don't come from living human being or even dog studies to show that, hey, this worked and it was better than a placebo and it was safe to consume and here's a long-term study about it. I know prohibition plays a big role into not having a lot of long-term studies, but folks, CBD, THC, and all these other cannabinoids have been studied for a very long time. There's been decades of research. So with that being said, if you have a chronic disease or something like that, I'm sorry, it really, it sucks. And if CBD hasn't helped you, that sucks too. It does, because I wish it could do all the things that everyone says that it can, but the reality is it's just not the case. There is no super miracle molecule out there. And as great as CBD is for so many different things, what might work for one person, say anxiety or insomnia, might not work for another. So listen, if you have this crazy expectation that your severe debilitating disorder or a family member or a friend's debilitating disorder, and they take or you take CBD and it doesn't help, listen, it is what it is type of thing. It doesn't mean that the CBD doesn't work for other things. It just might not work for something like cancer or Parkinson's or Alzheimer's for every single person. And although CBD may be able to minimize some symptoms that are associated with these really terrible diseases and illnesses, it just might not be able to get rid of it completely. There really isn't much cure behind cannabinoids. It's more of a treatment. If your expectations are just like crazy high, it's not a miracle drug. And the final reason that you may think CBD is complete nonsense is because you didn't take it long enough. So again, bamboozled products like CBD infused Apple Watches, let's just put them aside because we know that these types of things don't work. But even if you are taking the right dose, as in high doses, hundreds of milligrams at a time, or you have some type of debilitating disease or a symptom that you can't find relief from, chances are if you took the CBD and it didn't help, it could be because you just didn't take it long enough. So there's very few drugs out there that have immediate relief or have immediate relief that last a long time. If you take some narcotic level painkillers, they work like tremendously pretty quickly as well. But the problem is they wear off and then you need to take more, okay? The other thing you can think of is there's a lot of drugs out there like for anxiety or depression or various things like skin disorders that you have to take, and sometimes it's 2 to 4+ weeks for you to start to see the benefits from them, and then you have to continue taking those to maintain that benefit. Now, CBD does have the ability to have pretty quick... Ma'am, don't you dare hurt my camera on the tripod. God, you're annoying sometimes. This is Timber, and she has severe camera separation anxiety right now. Go girl, stay down. Don't jump on me. Don't jump on me and get me all mucked up. Okay, stop. Oh, I said don't jump on me. Now, there are some benefits of CBD that you can experience quite rapidly. The one that I would say that across the board, almost every single one of our customers experiences is better sleep. Now, it doesn't put you to sleep. CBD is not sedative, but once you get to sleep, it likes to keep you there pretty soundly for the entire night. I've actually tracked my sleep on and off CBD, and what I found increases, even if it's by like 5 or 10 or 15%, is deep sleep, and it's awesome. So yes, you could take CBD once if you're taking the right dose and you don't have any other chronic diseases or symptoms that would prevent you from sleeping, and you're most likely going to have like one of the best sleeps of your life. Very acute pain is something else that CBD has been shown to help a lot of our customers with after only a dose or two. But the key word here is acute. You know, I have herniated disc, decreased lordosis, facet arthritis, and a bunch of other crap wrong with my back. So taking a dose or two of CBD is not going to get rid of like almost 30 years of back pain. However, if I'm out on a long hike and I'm just sore and I've got maybe some cramping or something like that, and I take a dose, my back will still hurt the next day. But generally speaking, other acute things from either minor injuries or irritations can, for the most part, go away quite quickly with just a dose or two of CBD. But here's the deal, for the most part, if you have some type of symptom, illness, or disease, and you've had it for a very long time, or it's considered like moderate to severe, taking CBD for only a week probably isn't going to do the trick. Just like many other pharmaceutical drugs out there, you need to take them for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or even longer to experience their true therapeutic benefits. So there you have it, folks. Hopefully these 4 reasons as to why you may have thought that CBD is complete bullshit isn't the case anymore. And you'll give it another go. You'll make sure you don't buy products, like infused freaking CBD toilet paper. No, please don't. Or if you're only taking 10 milligrams, you realize, hey, you know what? I should probably follow the science. Now, if you've got wild expectations, you can be like, you know what? Maybe when I broke my back in that car accident and have been suffering from, extreme pain for 20 years, that, the reason the CBD didn't get rid of it is because I've got some really messed up back issues that I need to deal with, and CBD might help with some little issues, but it's not going to get rid of, your entire broken back situation. And then from there, if you do have anything, I don't care if it's the least amount of anxiety or sleep issues, all the way to something that is chronic and pretty debilitating, you got to take CBD for a good couple of months to really give it a go. So the good thing is that there are a handful of companies out there that are selling potent doses of CBD that are relatively affordable. Ours is definitely the most affordable. Legit, you can get 100,000 milligrams of CBD in organic coconut oil for $100. So if you're one of those people who tried CBD in the past and you got bamboozled by a product that's complete nonsense, or you weren't taking enough based on the science, you have a debilitating disease that it just might not have helped anyway, or on top of that, you didn't take it long enough, investing $100 into 100,000 milligrams of CBD, and if you were to take 500 to 1,000 milligrams a day, every day until that runs out. Here's the deal. If CBD is gonna help with whatever it could help with, it's gonna happen in that period before that 100,000 milligrams runs out. So give it a go, give it a try, and hopefully we can change your mind on the fact that CBD actually is not complete bullshit.